Now then, welcome to another episode here on Jord's Minecraft channel. We built this logging mill in the last episode, which were pretty cool. I did a couple of other builds off camera. Got two new buildings here, just to finish off this sort of industrial area we've been working on. We've got like a kind of cotton mill, textile mill kind of idea. I have no idea how this sort of stuff is actually produced. Got this stuff on some spools there in a little kind of break room. But yeah, I tried to sort of do a bit of research on kind of textile production and stuff, and problem is I'm a bit thick, so a lot of it went over my head. But yeah, that's there anyway. And we've got this kind of abattoir here, which I apologise for any vegetarians watching. Again, same thing, kind of like a break room. And then yeah, we've got a little office at the back here, which is pretty cool. So that's the I think that's pretty much the industrial area finished. I wanted it where all the shops in town kind of have supply, something to supply them. But what I want to work on today is kind of back out here. So this is the back of the brewery, and where we are now, we've got this black wool and this orange wool and some grey wool off in the distance. So this black wool, this is going to be the kind of wall of the town. As you can see, I've been busy sort of deforestating a little bit, knocking some trees down, but that's okay. It's all Minecraft trees. This dark grey wool here, I'll come to that in a sec. But yeah, like say, this black wool, and this is kind of going to be the outer wall for the town. So it's going to come against the shipyard here, come out a bit all the way along here, and then it's going to curve off, and we're going to have a little bit of space over here. But then we've got this orange wool, that's going to be a little path, and we're going to have lots of kind of farmland out here, so all us villagers can be fed. And what I want, I've kind of got this little thing there, and I want another little hill at the other side, so there's kind of a little valley. I think that's going to be cool. I want to build a castle here as well. I think it would be a cool place to have it, overlooking the town. Now the thing with a castle is you got to think about where you're going to place it. Now I've got some really kind of strange terrain over here that Minecraft has generated, but what I'm thinking of doing is kind of digging this out, turning it into a little bit of a ravine, maybe a mini ravine, and that'll give sort of protection to the back of the castle. I'm gonna dig all this out and have like a little hill on the top there where the grey wool is. So we're going to have a bit of a terraforming project today, which is going to be fun. It's going to be something a bit different. I'm not usually good at sort of more natural things, but yeah, let's see where this goes. So I made a little start here. As you can see, I've got these kind of this rock face, which it's not nowhere near done. It's just something I've put in for me to work with. As you can see, it kind of goes up in sections of two blocks up. I think that's about steep enough. So what we need to do with this, I think it needs to sort of come round here like this. So if we just kind of plan out the shape a little bit, if we bring maybe 3 blocks across and then a couple around like that kind of shape, that should work out just fine for us. I'm going to build that up. But what we need to do is kind of work on the shape of this a little bit. So if we just kind of start putting some blocks in, taking some blocks out at the top maybe. Because the thing is with hills like this, they're not all the same kind of steepness. They're kind of a bit shallower at the bottom, and then they kind of get steeper towards the top, or at least that's the kind of thing I'm going for. So I think it's just a case of kind of getting rid of some blocks and putting some in and trying to add, even that's just starting to look a little bit better. So I'm going to do this all the way around, try and get a bit more shape to it. I've dug all this out kind of down here as well, so it's all flat at the bottom. So yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a grind, take a few hours and stuff, but let's see what we can come up with. It's going to be something new and interesting for me, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna get to work. So it's just a little interesting kind of point. It looks, what I've been doing is, like say, adding a few blocks in, taking some out, and we've kind of got this kind of staircase effect, which I'm not too keen on, as you can see there. It's kind of like stairs going down, which doesn't look very, it's kind of bothering me. So what I've found is kind of just switching some of the blocks up, so you don't have this going like kind of stepping down. Maybe it comes up here, then goes back down there, comes up here again. And as you can see, just doing bits and bats like that, I think it gives it a more natural shape, rather than having all these kind of staircase bits going up and down. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, just that look already looks a little bit better. Kind of, you have peaks and bits and bats. So yeah, I'm just gonna carry on and see where we get up to. So yeah, I've filled in the water at the bottom here. I think that's gonna look nice. As you can see, I've done most of these sort of cliff faces. Goes back down there and kind of goes into the ground, which is cool. So I want to work on kind of this here now. Try and get a nice bit of shape up here. Again, this is going to give sort of a bit of natural protection to the town and to the village, and going to have his wall kind of coming up to here. It's going to give a bit of protection to the castle as well. But it's also going to look cool when you're exiting the town, like when you're kind of coming out of the farmland. So I'm just trying to kind of work out the shape that I want. Maybe something like that. That might be a bit awkward. Just get rid of these so I can see better. That could work. But yeah, I'm just going to start filling this in now. There's going to be lots of kind of bits and bats to this episode. I mean, just watching me place loads of stone blocks isn't going to be very fun. So I think I'm going to do a bit, show you what I've done, where we've got up to, and kind of explain what I'm doing next. But yeah, I'm going to get on with this bit now. Okie dokie, so that's this bit done now. We've done all this kind of cliff stuff. I think I showed you that before actually. We've got this little bit up here now that I think's looking pretty decent. It's a bit flatter on this side. Kind of don't really want people climbing up over it. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. We've got a wall that's going to go into that. Pretty happy with how that's turned out. On the other side of this as well, I've kind of done a bit of work on here. Try and make this look a bit more natural. And yeah, I do like how that bit looks there with the grass, like the kind of the grass on top. So I think that's the next step at what I'm going to do now, is kind of put some grass on the top layers, on some of the tops of these rocks. Try and make it look a bit greener, a bit more natural, a bit kind of more fitting in with the landscape. We've been using some strategical block deplacement there. But yeah, I'm just going to start doing that with the grass. So I think that's looking a million times better now. It's looking a lot more natural. I've kind of put it on, I don't know what the word to use. It's kind of like at the bottom, it's kind of on top of every block, and at the top as well. And then in the middle, you can kind of see more of the rocks. I think that looks really good. Kind of like a gradient, I suppose. On this bit here as well, I still wanted you to be able to see some of the rocks. So on the bits that are kind of 2 blocks high, I've just left the rocks underneath, and I think that's looking pretty good now. Pretty happy with how that's looking. As you can see, the shape I kind of wanted here, a little bit of a valley going through there on his way out. I think that's looking good. I've still got that path to do, but we'll work on that in just a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is kind of coming along. I think what I need to do now is kind of with these rock faces, just put a bit of different kind of stone in there, so maybe some cobblestone and some andesite. I think some stairs and slabs as well are going to help with the shape, make it look a bit cooler. So I think I'm just going to mess about with this and see what it looks like. It should look a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I'm just going to get to work with that now. So this is what I was meaning already, just with a kind of few bits of cobblestone in. This cliff face is looking a lot more detailed. I'm just kind of doing stuff like this, adding bits of cobblestone here and there, a couple of slabs, a couple of stairs, maybe just a bit there. Come over here now, maybe a block there, and maybe that can be a stair block, maybe one there. Maybe that's a slab, and then maybe one there. And yeah, I'm just going round kind of the faces of the cliff, doing this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And same thing here. I'm getting a bit of a frame rate issue today. I don't know what's going on there. But I might have my render distance a bit higher than normal, I'm not too sure. It's an old computer, it does struggle sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, that's just what I wanted to show you, kind of how this is going to look. I'm going to do the same with some bits of andesite as well. I think that's what's going to really make the cliff faces look a lot nicer and a lot more detailed. Yeah, maybe a stair on there like this. So yeah, the plan is to do this all the way around this rock face. So, there we go. I've added all these rocks in, a bit of mossy here and there as well. Added this pretty cool waterfall with some kind of vines growing down it. So yeah, I think this is looking really, really nice now. I kind of came up with this idea that I want it all to be kind of overgrown down here, kind of by the water's edge at the bottom. I think that could look really cool. So I'm just putting in some trees. I did want to, might do some custom trees, but for now I'm just going to use the normal Minecraft ones, just to get an idea of what it's going to look like and how it's going to feel. But yeah, I'm already kind of liking that. Maybe we can put one in here where the kind of cliff face goes in a little bit. And then maybe one over here. Put it there instead. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Maybe one down here. Like this. Bone meal that. Kind of got a bit of space for one over here. Same thing again. And there's kind of a big gap here. I wonder if I can kind of squeeze one in here somewhere. Maybe on this more couple of blocks up. No? Yes? Kind of got a bit of a more of an odd tree there, but that's fine. Then I'm going to get some of these leaves and kind of put some bushes and shrubs all around, like so. Maybe there's some here. Maybe they come down like this, dangling off the tree a bit. Maybe there's some here. Maybe some coming off this tree. Same thing here. Oops. Just put them under there. Maybe some at the back. Not really gonna see them, but it's gonna do me good knowing that they're there. Let's just put some in here, maybe like that. Some more up here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around with this and maybe some bone meal as well, see what we get. Okie dokie, so I think this is looking pretty cool. We've got some kind of lily pads, some long grass, and since we have the theme with the white rose, I thought it'd be really cool to put these white roses everywhere. I think that looks pretty cool. The lily pads as well. I think it just looks really, really pretty now. I'm really happy with this. You can see the little bits of cobblestone as well. That kind of sticks out. So yeah, I think this is looking really pretty. I'm thinking of maybe putting in some mushrooms and stuff. I'm not too sure, just to add a bit more colour. But I'm going to leave that for now. I think that's gonna look really nice. So over here, I want to kind of bring this little bit out a little bit, just so it matches that little hill there. And I've got that path that I want to do as well. So yeah, I mean, this is coming along quite nicely now. I am really, really happy with this bit. I think this looks really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on with the rest of the things I need to do now. And I'll see you when all that's done. So, as you can see, the bit on the kind of hill to the left I've just kind of brought out a little bit. I've got my little path in now, which I'll show you. So this kind of comes through here like this. I'm going to have some farmland on either side. I had to chop a few trees down there. But yeah, this is looking pretty cool now. It's still a bit flat there, but I might sort that out later. I mean, I've been at this for hours. I mean, we're only on kind of 16 minutes in the video, but this has been a good grind today as this. But yeah, I am happy with how it's turned out. I mean, it looks beautiful. So yeah, I kind of achieved what I set out to achieve today, so I'm really happy with that. Kind of got my walls planned out as well. We do have a bit of woodland over here, so what I was thinking, seeing as we've got as kind of sawmill over here, maybe have an exit that comes into this bit of a forest here, and we can have some maybe trees that have been chopped down and laying down and stuff. That's kind of the thought process behind that. So yeah, we're going to have this castle over here. We've got this kind of little bit of a ravine that's protecting the back of it, then the wall's protecting it on the other side, so there's only really one way you can kind of get in, which is cool, because that's how castles kind of work. Where I live at the seaside, there's a castle that's just at the top of a cliff, and literally the only way you can get to it is a little stone bridge. So that's kind of the thinking behind that. I wanted it in a defensive kind of area. But yeah, that's the terraforming project pretty much done. I've got a couple of little bits and bats that I want to do. Like this, where this blue wool is. I want to bring the water line up to there. Maybe have a bit of some cliffs there. Same thing over here. Where this stone is, I kind of want the cliff face to go around there. And then the water line up to where that blue wool is. But I think I'm going to save that for a different episode. I think for next episode I'm going to get this this kind of housing area done, so we get an idea of what the village is going to be like when it's kind of at its near completion, and then we can plan out the walls on the other side and everything. But yeah, I'm really happy with the work we've got done today. We haven't really built anything, but it's my first proper kind of terraforming project I've done, and yeah, especially this bit, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I might put some quick kind of before and afters on. So this is before, this is what we had before we started, and this is what we have now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.